Apple recently released the iPhone 16e, their newest take on an entry-level iPhone. I've been using it to figure out exactly who this iPhone is actually for. Now, with some notable features missing compared to the rest of the iPhone 16 lineup and a price tag that might make you look twice at last year's models, the big question is this actually worth your money? Today we're breaking down what you get, what you don't get, and who this iPhone is really for. So the iPhone 16e is Apple's affordable iPhone option. It's designed for people who want a solid, reliable iPhone experience, but don't necessarily need all the bells and whistles found in the more expensive models. So what are the highlights and where are the compromises? First up, the display. You get a 16.1-inch Super Retina XDR display, which is bright and sharp for everyday tasks like watching videos, browsing photos, but it's locked at a 60 Hz refresh rate. If you're used to a high refresh rate display, you'll probably notice scrolling and animations aren't quite as fluid. It's powered by the A18 chip, which means it's fast, and also brings Apple Intelligence to the table. This unlocks new AI features like a smarter Siri, helpful writing tools for composing messages and emails, and the new Gen-emoji for creating custom emojis. Performance for your daily apps and tasks feels really snappy, no issues there. Now let's talk about the camera. There's a single 48 megapixel main camera on the back. In good lighting conditions, it takes great photos that are perfect for sharing. However, there's no ultra wide or dedicated zoom lens here, which you might miss if you like capturing wide landscapes or zooming in on distant subjects. For video, it shoots up to 4K resolution at 60 frames per second. The quality is solid for casual clips and memories. But you do miss out on features like cinematic mode and the video stabilization, and while decent, it isn't quite as smooth as you find on the Pro models. Charging is now via USB-C, which is great for compatibility. It also supports standard QI charging up to 7.5 watts, but no MagSafe built in. This means slower wireless charging speeds compared to MagSafe, and you can't use those cool magnetic accessories unless you get a MagSafe compatible case. Storage options are 128 gigs, 256 gigs, or 512 gigs. For colors, it comes in just black or white, and based on my usage, the battery life easily gets you through a full day. Alright, so who's the iPhone 16e really made for? First, the everyday user. If you just need a phone for the usual stuff like texting, FaceTime, scrolling on social media, watching YouTube, checking emails, browsing the web, maybe some casual gaming, the iPhone 16 works great for these things. It's quick, does what you need it to, and you're not paying for the fancy extras you'll never use. Next, for businesses, if you're looking for a reliable, no-fuss phone for your team, the iPhone 16e is a solid choice. It handles essentials like emails, calls, and your core business apps, and there's no need to pay extra for advanced camera features or a high refresh rate display that employees likely won't use for work. It's got solid battery life, dependable performance, and enough storage space for most work needs. Then there are the seniors. The 16-inch screen offers a good size for visibility, making things easier to see. Face ID makes unlocking simple and secure, which is a big plus. The camera is straightforward, just point and shoot for great pictures without confusing extra buttons or modes. And you can enable features like larger text and assistive access, which simplifies the interface by showing only the apps you need, making it easier to navigate and use. And finally, teens. If your teen is lucky enough to get a new iPhone, the iPhone 16e could be the perfect choice for their first proper phone. It gives them access to the Apple ecosystem with iMessage and FaceTime and all the essentials they'll need to stay connected with their friends. With Find My, you can make sure they're safe by checking their phone's location if needed. It's perfect for ensuring they get home from school safely, and it's also great if they ever lose their phone. You also have the option to set up parental controls to ensure they're using their phone responsibly. It strikes a nice balance between giving them some independence while offering you a peace of mind as a parent. So wrapping things up, is the iPhone 16e the right choice for you? If your daily phone usage revolves around browsing, texting, social media, watching videos, and taking the casual photos of your day, then this phone handles it with ease. It feels fast and easy to use, it's lightweight, and the battery life is great. For specific groups like businesses, seniors, and parents getting their teenagers a phone, the iPhone 16e checks all the necessary boxes. However, if you're someone who really values camera versatility, like having an ultra wide or a zoom lens, if you love that super smooth, high refresh rate display experience, or if you frequently rely on MagSafe charging and accessories, then you'll probably feel the limitations here. And if you're a heavier phone user, maybe switching between demanding apps, editing content on the go, or just doing more with your phone each day, you may want to consider stepping it up to one of the Pro models. If you don't quite need all the Pro features but still want a bit more than the iPhone 16e offers, spending a bit more on the standard iPhone 16 or even a discounted iPhone 15 could be what you need. At the end of the day, if you don't mind the missing bells and whistles, the iPhone 16e offers great value for an affordable price. But let's be honest, when Apple released the iPhone SE in 2022 at the starting price of $429, that felt like a reasonable price for a budget phone. The iPhone 16e starting at $599 feels a bit high for what's meant to be the more affordable option in the iPhone 16 lineup. But what do you think? Is the iPhone 16e hitting the mark for the price, or is it just asking a bit too much for what it actually offers? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.